sorry. So when you created, so this is all about business pages, thinking about something that what we love doing, what is our passion, what makes our heart sing. That is the most important thing when we're creating a business page, is thinking about that first, because when you have got that, then everything else will fit into that. So I know it was a process for you, Maxine, when you created yours. So what is it that, and obviously yours is Thrive Junkies. So what was it that you loved? Where did you start with?
So really with your business page, you're basically creating your brand. We talk about brand quite a lot, but that's really what you're saying, Tanya, that your brand is soul work, spiritual work. And what my passion was, and I think because my children were both kind of about to leave home, they'd been working in some shitty jobs, shitty, horrible, low-paid hospo jobs. So I felt like what I'm passionate about is people being able to thrive and to be free. Everything I'd done in my life, I'd kind of gone outside the box a bit, tried different things. I homeschooled my kids, I sent them to Steiner school, did lots of different sort of non-mainstreamy type choices. So I feel like my real passion is for encouraging people to step outside of that narrow little box of how we work, how we make money, and how we live. And thrive, rather than schlepping off to a job and surviving in the job, the just over broke, whatever they call it. Have you heard that one?
I love that. I can see Kieran's face too. I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Just out of broke. That's great.
I think that might be Fraser or
Fraser Brooks.
One of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
But something else about you too, Maxine, is that you've always been unconventional. So
yes.
Everything that you've done has always been unconventional. And so that's something else about it. It's about doing something that's different. So that was something that stood out for you too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And being pioneering, I thought, and Tanya, you helped me a lot with that. So I would say if you're kind of struggling a bit with who am I, what is my brand, talking to someone else who knows you really well, I mean, I found that really helpful because they can reflect a whole lot of stuff back to you that you might not really realise about yourself. So, and when we talked about it, I realised that I've always just been very pioneering, and I like and I admire people that are pioneering. And I really admire those people that go and take on new frontiers. I'm a little bit more sane now, but I used to just go, do crazy sort of things and go, how hard can it be? And sometimes find out that it was quite hard. But, it's still, pioneers that are kind of wanting to, because I feel like that's what this business is like. We're actually kind of getting something that a lot of people have yet to get, which is work is changing, conventional employment is dying, lots of retailers dying, everything's changing really fast, and we're getting that. We understand that. So that was the thing for me. I wanted to really capture those people that were getting that as well, that want to be on that kind of that new wave and try something different. So So
that's what you created yours from, is your passion. What about you, Tammy? What's your passion?
That was awesome, Maxine. That was really cool to hear. I just learnt some new stuff. So for me, I think it was creating the page wasn't that hard because I already had a few pages up and running for different things that I had hobbies in my life anyway. I already had one running for my dogs. I do Zumba, which is another kind of a franchise thing. So I had one page for Zumba, and I had another page for Strong, which was another Zumba fitness thing. And I'd also been asked in the past from friends and people that I knew if I could just set up a page or something and talk about healthy things anyway, because I was always spouting on to people about healthy stuff and different kinds of things they could try and different products, or every time I tried something I would be blabbing it all over Facebook anyway. So people started to say, look, could you write down the recipe, or could you tell us how you did that detox? Or so I was getting asked to do something anyway, and then when the Juice Plus came along, I just decided that I would naturally sort of morph my healthy page into my healthy and Juice Plus page, and so I just kind of put it up at the top heading as well, that inviting all my friends to come and join me in my journey. I'm gonna spout a whole lot of stuff about anything I come across that's great, including Juice Plus, because I love it and I endorse it. So I let them clearly know when they start the page, that they're going to see probably all of it. So stick around if they want or whatever. But that's pretty much what I did. I didn't really start a new page. I actually then had a breakaway group from the page that is part of the page, so that was just a little bit more private as well. So I'm still getting my head around which way to use each of them and stuff like that, but
okay,
that's my journey with starting the page anyway.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that too, Tammy and Max. So as you can see, and even from my one, so it's not, Maxine and Tammy have raised a really good point. So, which is something that I used when I looked at my own business page, and branding yourself, like what Maxine said. And that is that it's something that you are really good at. So when you think about something that people would say about you that you're really good at, or something that you've always done all your life that's kind of fallen into, it's become organic to you, it's become a natural flow for you to do. And then also that you love doing that, so not something that you've just been, it's a little bit like what Kat was talking about, being in your zone of excellence. So yes, your zone of excellence, but you want to add the passion on it so it becomes your zone of genius, right? Because if you stay stuck in your zone of excellence, you're actually still not stepping outside of that into your zone of genius. So it's really bringing on both of those. What are you good at, but what are you also passionate about? So if anybody knows, if you can, like, if it comes to you right now and you can go, that's it for me, let us know.
Well, I've been talking with Maxine a lot about it, and my thing is compassion and hearing other people and their stories and their depression, anxiety and other things that go on. So we've come up with the name Compassion Crew.
Oh, that's nice, Monty. That's really nice.
It's great, isn't it?
It is.
We ran through a lot of things, and I think that's very accurate.
Oh, that's lovely. Great. Well, that's great. So you've found that. That's your thing. That's what you love doing.
Yep.
Perfect.
So
That's awesome, Monty.
Thanks. I like your hoodie.
We do too. Anyone else want to share? You can come off mute and say that if you want, Kieran.
No, I'm staying sassy, classy, and a little badassy.
I love it. I love it.
You're so good at that. Love it. So anyone else want to share anything? Anyone got anything on their mind that they want to go, yep, that's me? Otherwise, we can move right along. Okay. All good. Okay, because I know Priska has a good one there, but that's okay. You don't have to share.
Oh, go on, Chris.
Come on, Priska.
I'm still working on it.
You are. I know you are, honey.
We won't be carving it into stone.
I'm still struggling how to connect it because I've got so many things I've written down. For example, like overseas African women being empowered.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and the other one is empowering African women. Question mark. I don't know what's next.
Yeah.
What's to happen? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I kind of had the thought that working, like bringing in some kind of outside of African women, you know, like migrants or something like that, because obviously we don't have Dress Plus in Africa, and you don't want to have all these beautiful African women who live there saying, I want to be part of your business when they can't be. But it's just empowering those who maybe live in other countries like Australia and New Zealand or anywhere else in the world. So it's like bringing that in, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I know that's
Empowering culturally diverse women.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting one.
Right.
Yeah, write those down. That's brilliant.
Sorry, that just came to me to interrupt. Apologies.
No.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Tanya. Women who are in New Zealand, where this isn't their first home, you know, who are kind of away from their home.
Homeland.
It gives them money to maybe go home and visit people.
Brilliant. Because this is something that, you know, when Priska brings people to me for a three-way call, they're those women. These are the women that Priska is bringing in, you know. So you know, let's kind of nurture that, because she's obviously good at that. That's who her tribe is. So yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and any suggestions? You're welcome to tell me. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's really helpful getting other people's perspectives, because you kind of get a bit stuck inside yourself and you don't always have a very good perspective, but other people can really help a lot with that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Priska. I'm sure if anyone else has any thoughts, you can pop it into the chat, our team chats for Priska. But I can help you with that anyway, honey. We can work on that.
I suppose, Priska, you know, it's really, what are the challenges for those women? What are the challenges for those immigrant women? Obviously, they're leaving a lot of their loved ones at home. Maybe they want to send money back to their loved one. What, you know, that would be what you'd look at, isn't it? What are their challenges?
Yeah.
How could that income help them?
Yeah.
In that community as well. Communities are quite a big one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So once we've got once you know what it is your thing, you know once you've gelled that, then it's creating the page. So creating the page bit is actually really easy to do. And what I use it for, what Maxine uses it for, I think even, I don't know whether Tammy uses it for this as well, but we basically use it as a portal to be attracting our tribe. So once you have created your business page, really all I've done on my business page is I have a couple of lives on there that I have recorded, and I put them into my pinned posts so they come up the top or in my announcements. And one of the lives I'm talking a little bit about me and where I've come from and why I created Ignite Your Soul. And another one of my lives I just talk about what it is that Ignite Your Soul does. So what we can offer, what services that we can offer for people. And so this is when I talk about, for me, Ignite Your Soul is all about encompassing the mind, body and soul and allowing people to grow. So self-development is really important for me. Okay, bye, Gail. Oh, she's gone. Self-development is really important to me, but also it's that mind-body holistic connection. And so that's what I talk about. And so I think once you've got that, okay, this is me, then it's amalgamating it into Juice Plus and how that can work for you. So I think the important thing is you don't take too many steps forward before you've got the base of it, the foundation. So trying to amalgamate what it is your idea is with Juice Plus is not going to work until you actually have your idea fully formed. So you have your brand, you know what your brand looks like. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep.
And then once you've done that, you can actually create an ad. So you can put up an ad, it doesn't cost you a thing. And I actually have 3 ads running continuously. So every time one of them needs renewing, I renew that. So, and then another week later, I've got another one that needs renewing, and then a week later, I've got another one that needs renewing. So there's constantly one job ad that needs renewing. And so I've constantly got a feed of new people applying for the job coming in all the time. So it becomes like a funnel.
Tanya, can we possibly, I'd like to see visually how that ad is done, or because I've been on Facebook and I'm getting a bit confused about how to post it up, and like you said, it's reoccurring and things like that. I'm not very savvy.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I'm just missing something. Yeah, because I feel like I haven't really set it up properly.
Okay, I'll be back in a sec. I can share my screen. I've just got to pull it up. Oh, come on.
You go into business tools and into jobs, and then you go into new job posts.
Hang on, have a look. And so this is from the page, yeah?
So if you're at the top of your business page, it's got more, you click on the more button.
Maybe I'll go from my business page from here. You go into jobs.
Sorry, does it have to be done on the laptop, or can I do it from the iPad? Oh yeah, I've got
Yep, you can do it from anything.
So what is it? Manage ads.
Go to jobs and then go create job at the top.
Where's go? Oh, I see.
Go down the side to jobs and then go to create job.
Create a job. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you can do that. You can do that as often as you want. You can have so many job ads going out.
I found my old job post that I didn't even know. I had no idea where it was. It
yeah.
was even in these. So thanks. That's great.
And every time it comes up, you can just click renew ad. So you've always got a new ad coming up. The other really cool thing to get if you're using your business page, because I think I've got maybe 6 posts on there in the past. So I don't post on there every day like Maxine. It's not something I post on every day because it's not necessary. As long as people can see that you've got some stuff up there, they know what you're about, they can see your face, they can go, okay, that's what she's about. What I did was I created some posts around the 6 human needs. The 6 human needs are, so you've got love and connection, you've got growth, you've got certainty, you've got uncertainty, significance, and what's the other one, Maxine? Do you remember them? There's one more.
I've got them written down.
Yeah, I have somewhere too. So what I've done is I've created a post on my business page from each one of those and targeting, so showing them how the business really shows those, that it covers those needs. So thinking about what those needs are, I'm just going to share my screen again so you can see what I mean. Yes. Okay, so post. Come on. Okay, so, oh look here and see, look here, and you're famous. You're on my business page, girl. Here's my jobs. Okay, so here's one. Oh no, that's my job. Oh, and I also post things like this, like, you know, when I win something, so something that's significant in my business, I will post that up. Come on. Okay.
So one of my concerns with the page is that it seems to get very limited views.
Oh, it does. No one sees it, really.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So how do we get more views on a page? Because we've got to invite people to it, don't we?
Yeah, well, what you do is every time I get some new friends, I invite them to like my page.
Okay.
But the other thing is I find that people just like my page. So if you're putting job ads out on a regular basis, I'm getting likes on my page all the time anyway, because people are looking at the job ad, they click in to see my page, and they look at my page, they might not necessarily apply for the job, but they'll like the page.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I'm not sure if everyone understands this, but when you post the job on your page, it then goes out to the bigger Facebook world, into the job, for people seeking jobs. So people will be on Facebook looking for health jobs or jobs in Palmerston North or whatever it is. And your job will be in there with all the other jobs. So then that'll bring them back to your page.
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing that I really love about our business page over, like, say, for example, Facebook job groups, is that often, I don't know if many of you have found this, but I have found that often the people in those groups tend to be quite negative. And so you find a lot of neg ferrets in there. You find a lot of people, like, I get people posting fake on my job, you know, like stuff like that. And, you know, it's just, they're not in alignment with you. Whereas when you've got a business page, you're putting an ad out, people are seeking that. People want that. So they see your ad, they look at your page, they can see what you're all about, and they're going to go, yeah, that's for me. No, it's not for me. So you're going to, what I find is I get a higher vibing group of people that actually apply for my job on my page than I do in a job group. And the other cool thing about it too is that it's not actually a job. So, you know, in a job group, people are expecting to go, you know, to have a day job, a 9-to-5 job or a part-time job where they're going to get paid a wage. Yeah, JOB. And that is not something that we are really offering in our job group, you know, whereas on a business page it's different. They, you know, it gives them an option to really see who you are and see whether it's right for them or not. So you're putting yourself out there. So yeah, so I mean, do you have any other questions? Because I would just highly recommend that, you know, if you're wanting team, if you're wanting to grow team, you know, and I'm not saying base your entire team building on cold markets on a business page and putting that ad out. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying there needs to be a balance. Remember that it's important that you know, you're talking to your customers as well, your raving fans. also that
There's a
you're
question.
using the warm market.
There's a question. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. There's a question from Sarah in the chats there that I think is. I'm just having a look.
Do you want to come off mute, Sarah?
So to start a business page, should you set up a separate page with an email address, etc., or link it from your page?
I would link it, honey, because it's easier.
Yeah.
I also have Facebook Pages Manager, so I have a Pages Manager app that I find really easy, especially for using on my phone. So it means that I can go straight to my app rather than through Facebook. And that's just for my business page or whatever pages you have set up. But when you go from when you have a business page set up from your Facebook, it means that whoever applies for the job, you can actually go straight to their Facebook profile because it's linked, and you can have a look at their profile. You can stalk them and see, okay, is this person okay? Really, really helpful when you get some really, really dodgy looking people. Hey, Maxine. We've had some dodgy looking people apply for our jobs.
I had one last week.
Yeah. You get them.
Yeah.
You never know though. I had a guy that said, this is scam. You're a nurse. Okay, what's your number? What's your registration number? So I turned off the commenting, and then I got a message in my inbox saying, yo, what's this job about?
From the same guy.
Same guy. So I actually just messaged him back and said, are you still trying to ascertain if I'm scamming people, or are you genuinely interested in the job? And he was really sweet, and he said, I'm really sorry about how I came across. It's just that my friend has just been scammed by somebody, and I'm really kind of, a bit uptight, and it was actually went quite different to what I expected. So
yeah,
no, he didn't. I mean, I don't think he didn't end up going for it, but yeah, that was just an interesting little perspective.
Yeah.
But I don't get very much of that. I don't actually. I've only had that a couple of times. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you've got any questions about it, anybody got any questions?
Do you boost your jobs?
No, because then you're starting to pay for it.
Yeah, that's right.
I spent money boosting my jobs way back, and honestly, I spent far too much money, and I get more people now than I did back then when I was boosting it. So it's not worth spending the money, guys. It's free. You may as well use it while it's free. Unless you've got a massive business, you've got a lot of income coming in, and you can really boost it, like, you're spending $50 a week on it, then yes, it's probably worth it. But to be spending $50 a week on an ad now, it's just not worth it.
Well, I actually noticed last time I looked was only a couple of days ago, and I thought, well, I wonder how much it costs. And I think the price has gone up massively.
Yeah.
Because I used to do it back in, I don't know, about a year ago with some Zumba stuff, and it was way cheaper. Now it looked like $10 a day wasn't even going to reach like 500 people. So total waste of money, I thought.
Yeah. It is. They're really, really trying to push people to use business page to pay. They're trying to get you to pay for business page. So it's really only for business. But it's still worth it. I mean, some days I can get 4 people apply on the same day. Some days I can go, 3 or 4 days and I get no one. But that's okay. I'm still getting, on average, about, 1 every 2 days, which is pretty good. But then also, reaching out to your warm market and, talking to your customers helps as well. So having that balance of all of it.
Are you posting in Facebook job groups as well?
Yeah, I do occasionally. Occasionally I do, but I've just found I don't like, you get people who are like, PM me, and honestly, I've had one lady, I mean, I get this a lot, but one particular lady that I had yesterday, she applied for a job and sent me exactly the same application, and she'd applied like 3 months ago. And I sent her 2 messages, and both times she ignored both of them.
Is her name Val?
No, her name's Diane.
Okay, I've got one of those, and
And in
she
the
just
end,
ignores me every time, and
in the end, I just sent her. So I sent her a message when she sent this application. And again, I sent her a message. I said, look, it's really nice. Thank you for your application. Did you realise that you've already applied for this job in the past? Are you still interested in working online? And I get a thumbs up back. And so I sent her a message and I said, look, I'm sorry, but you're just not right for the position. As it says in my ad, you need to be a good communicator. So you need to be able to reply to my message more than just a thumbs up. All the best for your job search. Thank you anyway. So it became a, hey, Emma.
Hi.
Hey, darling.
Sorry, it takes bloody kids.
It's okay. It's all good. So I think sometimes we've got to actually if we've got time wasters, don't allow them to take up your time. Don't be chasing them. Something that that Simon Chan always talks about is having really good posture and standing in your power and saying, well, actually, I'm offering something really good here. If they don't want it, then they're not right for you. They're not in alignment with you. If they're in alignment with you, they'll be like, yeah, I really want this. Like Emma, for example. She was like, yeah, I love this. I really want this. When can I sign up? I was in Melbourne. Yep. When can I sign up?
Yeah, I was impatient, eh? Yeah. I just knew that I just resignated with it, and that was it.
Yeah. So there was no doubt. Thing. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's you don't want to be chasing people. You want them to really want it and come to you. Sure, we've got to follow up because a lot of people forgot. I think I followed up. I think with Emma, I actually sent her out a first message and she saw it and then didn't reply. And then I followed up and she said, oh, I'm really sorry. I've been really, busy, or I can't remember what it was. But, she just forgot it. So, yeah, follow up. I was moving houses. Yeah, you were. So following up is good. And it's really important to do because, they say fortune is in the follow-up. So anyway, does anyone have any questions around business pages before we wrap up? Do you need any help with finding your purpose, your brand?
I think I do. So can I just tag up with you on another call tomorrow?
Sure, honey.
Yeah. I got some idea, but just to Kobe beef it.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
No problemo.
And Tan, can we have a catch up tomorrow as well? Before tomorrow night?
Sure, honey.
Just do a practice run?
Yeah, what time?
Anytime, whenever you're free, just whenever. During the day or...
I'll message you later when I get off.
Thank you. And I just wanted to go over how I order products for people.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Heaps of orders coming in.
Yay! Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can do the morning, honey. How about the morning? Should we do 10 o'clock tomorrow? Is that good?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay, we'll jump on my Zoom at 10.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Awesome, everyone. Well, thanks for jumping on. If you've got any questions, Kieran, if you want help with business page or anything, Maxine's fab. She can help you. She's awesome. Otherwise, I'm happy to help you as well. Anyone else that needs anything? Sorry?
I don't post on my business page every day. I hardly ever post on it, actually.
I don't post on mine at all, Max. Like I say, I've just got those permanent posts up about each, that covers each human need. And then I've got my lives, and I've got the odd post around, when I've had success in the business, like when I got Rookie of the Month. In fact, I should put my Rookie of the Year post in too. So just business stuff, and it's just every now and then.
Okay.
Moni, did you say something?
Woohoo! Book of the year.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Well, I'll love you.
How
And
do you qualify as a rookie? What is a rookie actually? That's one thing I wanted to find out.
a rookie is someone who's new to the business.
So how long can you be in the business and still qualify as a rookie?
So according to Alex Matthews, it's within your first year, but I got Rookie of the Month after my 13th month in the business. And Rookie of the Year, I'm in my second year. So she thinks maybe it's just, I don't know, fairly new to the business.
Okay.
Just that you're super amazing, so they wanted to just stretch it out a bit for you.
Thanks. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be super amazing when I get to NMD next year. That'll be when I know I'm super amazing. NMD 24 Club, guys, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who's getting to SC then? Who's getting to SC and building some clubs? Is that, oh yeah, I like it. Is that a hand up, Moni? Is that a hand up, Kieran?
Wondering what it
is. Yeah, whether I want that or not.
Where's my SCs at?
Yeah.
I'm going to
You guys can do it. SC is actually not that hard. Once you've got SDVF, it's actually quite relatively simple to get because you've just got it. It's just about getting 3 teams.
Yes, there's 2 SDVFs and 1 DVF.
Yeah.
Again, the first team member's the hardest part, isn't it, Tanya?
Well, yeah. Look, I think getting team, people, I don't know, it's funny because people get so blocked with getting team. They think it's actually really hard, but it's just selling a service. It's the same as the product. So it's the same as getting a customer. Yeah. The only difference is we are sharing the business. And a lot of us get really scared about that because there's so many people out there that are skeptical about it. So we've got a lot of fear around being able to share it. Whereas with the product, it's easier because, retail outlets are everywhere. Everyone's selling products to try and help us get well. And it's, we've got this thing in our mind that tells us that it's easy to sell a product, but it's hard to sell a business. Where it's actually not once you start doing it. So, for me, this month I've got no customers and 14, so go figure. It's just because it depends on what your focus is. So if you decide that you want to build team, make that your focus. But if you decide you want to, build customers, then that's your focus. But if you decide you want to do both, then just decide that you're going to do both.
Well, isn't it both a team?
Yeah, so it's great. You've got to have both. So customers are your base, Emma. So, they're your base. If you didn't have customers, you wouldn't have a business. And your team is what is going to build you that residual income. So having team means that you're growing a long-term business.
Yeah.
And then them bringing on customers is also building their team. It's also building your team. So, yes, customers are definitely our foundation.
I can't even get any control.
What's that, honey?
It's definitely hard when I've got so many messages from my invite saying, "Oh no, sorry, they're just so close-minded."
Yeah, I can agree with that one, Emma.
Whatever, don't even worry about what I'm doing. Just concentrate on your own freaking life, you selfish people. Anyway.
I find that this whole business has been really good for strengthening that part of me that just, what is it?
Objections?
DGAF or whatever. Don't give a fuck.
Don't, Timmy. That's the thing. Whatever. It'd be interesting.
Sort that out and needed to do more of that. So I'm
an awakened person. I don't give a fuck, and none of their shit entertains me at all. It's just interesting to see who your friends are, eh?
Oh, damn, yeah.
Well,
You
just
know?
the negativity and some, you know, and it's not even their fault. That's just a societal thing. Especially in New Zealand, they're just real tough, you know. They don't want, no one likes seeing their friends win that much, which really sucks. But we're here to kind of to really squash that and prove it wrong and just love all over them
I'm more
anyway.
determined than ever. It's actually put more. I've dug my claws in even further. You know.
Yeah.
Show you. I'll show you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you, girl. They say the best revenge is success. So
come online though, Tanya. If
Sorry?
anyone, it'll be interesting to see how many I get online tomorrow night on live.
we will have all of us. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be us, eh?
No. Do you know what?
I'm happy with that.
Honey, even if it is just us, you can always add people in later.
Exactly.
I just twisted my family's arms, you know.
Yeah. Oh, my family will be there. Well, you know, yeah, some of them. Yeah.
I think what Tammy says is really right, and that is certainly something that I have changed. I was always so worried about what people think, and you know that I have to keep my old friends, and you know, didn't want to lose anybody out of my life. But honestly, as you grow more and more into this business, you'll find that people just drop away, and I would just say let them drop away because they're not right for you. They're not aligned with you anymore.
Exactly. I
And
know.
that includes family members.
Yeah.
FYI. Yeah.
We talked about that, Tanya, the other day.
We did. Yes, we did.
And also just don't write any of them off just because they're negative now, because sometimes it's
They might
ones
come
you
back.
least expect. They're watching you. They're going to watch you for ages. So just prove them wrong. Yeah. I was really worried about asking my best friend, and I didn't ask her, and she's actually ended up coming to me. So
okay.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yep. I won't. Thank you. Good tip.
If someone gets upset about the fact that you're selling bloody fruit and vegetables in a capsule,
Yeah, I know.
what the hell?
What they get upset about, eh?
Tell me I'm doing such a bad thing.
I know. Terrible. It's terrible. I know. People are just weird, that's all. Or as I said, it weird.
The bonus is the fruit and
care
veg
about
comes
people.
to their front door. Shit, they don't have to go pick it up from the supermarket, for God's sake.
You know how many mornings I was late when I was trying to juice my for breakfast?
Ding, ding,
I'm
ding.
like, sorry, boss, I had to like get my breakfast, and it was, you know, and then come home to a big fruit mess in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't throw any of the waste out, so I would turn all of the fibre into cake as well.
Wow.
To make my life even harder.
Cake. Oh
my god. Never heard of that one, Tammy.
No, that's a new one, Tam. I like
Put cream
that.
cheese on it, it's all good.
Cream cheese. Cream cheese and fruit cake. Oh, that sounds great. All right. Well, thanks for your shares, everyone. I love how supportive you all are.
Good night.
Right, see you all tomorrow night.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Yeah.
Bye.